Okay, welcome to another edition of Autistic On Tour. I am in Dublin today and tomorrow, so we're going to do some things today and do things tomorrow. I'm a little bit early because, of course, going through Ireland immigration takes an awful lot less time than anything else. So let's go and find some things to do. Doing two things today, the Guinness Storehouse and the Dublinia, which is to do with like Vikings and things in Ireland. So two things to do, and I'll probably get some breakfast and meals along the way. But at least things are signposted, so I know where I'm going, kind of, that I can use my phone. Okay, so Guinness Storehouse is up there. I can't remember exactly when it opens, but I might see if I can get a slightly earlier entry than what my ticket is. Because, you know, if I can get through things quicker, it's always better. Sorry for the sun right behind me. Okay, so the Guinness Storehouse tour, I think it's really quite interesting. There's lots of stuff in there to see and lots of history. And of course, Guinness has been around for a very long time. So it's kind of basically developed Dublin to what it is in lots of ways because they paid for an awful lot of different places around Dublin. It's a very large gift shop. At the end of the tour you get a drink, so you can either have a Guinness or a Zero, or I think there's one of the lagers you can have as well. I think it's very much worth going to if you have an interest in like the history of Dublin and history of, and also beer making is also a good, or ale making. So I would recommend this as a thing. I would recommend doing this as early as possible, or doing it on a special quiet session, because it's getting busy in there now and it's not even 10:30. So I would recommend avoid if you're getting later on the day, because it is a Saturday. And so yeah, I'm going to put down all the sessions, and I'm not sure if they've put any in for this year yet, but they are accredited as a autistic place in for one of the Irish charities, so or autistic friendly. So I would pick up early the time as possible, or one of the quieter sessions, because people do be a lot here. So.
Shipbuilding lay at the heart of their success, and the designs of the ships and the way in which they were constructed represent
ports, thatched roofs, and post and wattle walls. Family, and the servants' quarters are in the roof space, mostly lacking from the residents. The bathroom. Most medieval houses didn't have any kind of sewage system. Instead, many had cesspits in the back garden. Gardens were also used for rubbish and for rearing animals, and sometimes if the day was clear, Dubliners might also have Perhaps Newgate Jail doesn't seem so bad now.
Leprosy, but then of course, the people who are lepers are morally impure. How impure are you? Roll up, I'm the best barber surgeon at the fair.
Okay, so it's an interesting thing to see the Viking and medieval history of Dublin and the kind of evolving from that to one thing to another. It's quite interesting. I've not shown you so much because there is bits and pieces I'd like you to see on your own, but I think it's pretty cool if you like that kind of thing. So give it a go. Okay, let's get ready for day 2. The streets are a lot quieter on a Sunday morning. Water seems quite high at the moment compared to the bridge. But yeah, at the moment I am walking towards the Epic Museum, which is to do with emigration in Ireland, because of course there was an awful lot of it, and it's one of the reasons why pretty much anywhere that has alcohol in it has an Irish pub somewhere, because the Irish have pretty much got them everywhere that they can physically get to. And, you know, I am 20% Irish on the DNA tests, and I do have I know that my great-great-grandmother comes from Ireland, so, not from Dublin, but from Munster. And I think it's down there, because there's a ship over to the other side.
Thank you for visiting Epic today. I felt shame turn to that old fool John Bull tearing a crust.
One more second now.
We rock those English pages so much that by 1860.
Of course, and I grew a lot of children.
Show one thing very clearly. As a community, we are living on
showed no mercy towards Catherine scum.
Rest your mind, soldier. Those wretches.
The Oval bomb. More than 300 were injured.
No people ever believe. Was on the very edge of a terrific precipice. A terrific precipice, as far as the eye can reach to see. 87 that was. The castle.
vessel is on the very edge of a terrific precipice. As far as the eye can reach is a sea of green treetops and silver threads where the rivers wind.
My name is Declan Walsh. I'm a journalist with the New York Times. I'm chief archivist, and I've been working with
But I did work for the college newspaper. Went on from there to
Epic is a really interesting museum about kind of the Irish and the influence of why they left, and also what the effects of things when they did. So it's a really interesting thing, and I would say check it out, definitely. Okay, I think you need to do a guided tour to do this, but I will show you the ship anyway, and the tour's going to come down in a second. But as far as I can tell, this was a famine ship from the information I've seen. It's not very big, really, in terms of some of the ships we've seen. It's quite nice looking, though. So, yeah. I can see why they would do it tour by tour, but nice if I could just go around it on my own. But as I say, it's a ship, definitely, but it's not huge.
Our next stop is stop number 22, Cardiff Lane Clayton Hotel, Bord Gosh Theatre, Grand Canal Dock and the U2 Studios.